I don't know why I'm going to be paying 6,000 naira for a printout. I went with everything that made me a human being.
So easy.
Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Favour Ojika. I'm super excited to have you guys back here with me. If you're a new person, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate you as always. Please do well to subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell so anytime I post, you'll be the first to know. This channel, we share lifestyle and immigration tips and tricks, and I also share my lived experiences here in the United States of America. So if it's something that interests you, please just do well to subscribe, leave your comments, and we'll just keep the Favour family flowing. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the H1B visa stamping process. As most of you know, I went to Nigeria. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please do well to watch my previous videos. Now, if you want to hear all about that process, then this video is for you. If not, you could also share it with your friends and family that you know are in the same situation and do have anxiety about going back to their home countries to stamp their visa. Without further ado, let's just get right into this video. Now, if there is anything I'm leaving out, please by all means leave your comments, ask your questions, and I'll try my best to answer them as much as I can. I am not an immigration expert. I am just a person living here in this country, just sharing her journey based on my own experience. I'll try my best to answer your questions, but shall just know that the one I don't know, I am not gonna keep myself. I'm gonna answer you the way I know it. Alright. So the very first thing I did when I was thinking about going back to my home country was to call the immigration team and my manager and everybody that I felt was important at that point to let them know that, oh, you know, I'm leaving. And I was just like, oh, let's just say I am trying to go back home. What does that process entail? And then they were able to, you know, give me a rundown of what to expect. That's that. The second thing I did was to fill out forms. One of the most important forms you're going to be filling out is called the DS-160 form. Most of you are familiar with this form, but the thing is, you're going to be talking, or let's say you're going to be filling out this form differently now because you're on a new status. Now, my advice is to make sure that you are crossing all your T's and you're dotting all your I's while you're filling out this form. This form is actually one of the most important forms that you're going to be filling out in this process. Now, make sure that your passport number is correct. Make sure that your address is correct. Make sure that your phone number is correct. Make sure everything is tallying well, because if you mess up on this form, it might cause complications for you eventually, okay? That would be my advice. A question of address while I'm filling out the form. My advice would be, if you have a local address back home in your home country, even though you've not been there in a while, and you think that is your local address, then put it there, and then put your permanent address, which is here in the United States, okay? If you don't have a local address back home in Nigeria, find one. Oh boy, I don't know what to tell you. Find one that's trustworthy, that you know that you could get your information as needed, and put it there. All right, that's all I can tell you. Or you could seek legal advice for that, just to be sure. Now, moving on, the next form is the US Embassy Nigeria form. I honestly don't know how else to phrase that name, but I'm going to put both links in my description box so you guys see exactly what I'm talking about. So this particular link, this second link, takes you to the US Embassy in Nigeria for you to fill out the necessary documents for you to get an appointment date for your interview. If you are stamping your H1B visa for the first time, it's going to be an interview process. Now, if you are renewing your H1B the second time after it's expired, then you go through a process called the Dropbox process. At some point while you're filling out that information, it's going to stop you because you would need to pay the visa fee. They don't collect it in dollars. It has to be in a Naira currency, and also you have to pay through GT Bank. You either have to talk to somebody that you know in Nigeria to help you out with that payment, or you go through GT World Bank app. Please don't get me started. It was interesting. After that, there is going to be a number that you need to put in that application that you left before in order for you to continue. That way it shows that you've actually paid the visa fee, and then now it will be able to show you the available dates that you could select for your interview. That was a mouthful, Jesus. Whew. I hope you guys get the point. Now, it was kind of difficult for me to find that number. I wish I have a picture somewhere. I'll try and see if I could find the transaction receipt. that was needed for me to continue the application, but the number you're going to be looking for is going to be on the bottom. Again, I'll try and see if I could find the picture somewhere, and I'm going to highlight it just to make it easier for you guys to see what I'm talking about. But if not, then that's fine. Leave your comments, your questions in the comment section, and I'll try and help you walk through it, I guess. But moving on, after doing that, I was able to see the date, I was able to select the date, and then I was all set to go. Now once I was done with that, I then also informed my lawyers and immigration team about the dates that I've selected and blah blah blah. The last and most important thing to get you ready are the documents that you're going to need. This is where your immigration team or your lawyers actually come in, because they are going to help you with the things that they recommend you should take. The very first thing I have on my list is the completed and submitted DS-160 form, the copy of your approval notice, which is the I-797 form, and the approval notice is your H1B document, the actual original document. Make sure you have that. That's actually one of the most, in fact, it's the most important form. Let me just put it like that. If you're also doing that for your family members, also carry that form as well. You have to have copies of your most recent pay stubs, an employment verification letter from your company showing that you work there, and you have to request for that at least within 30 days of your travel. The copy of your approval notices and the originals for like your family members or your dependents, I said that earlier. Your original marriage or birth certificates for all the dependents, your original passports and that of your dependents if you have any, and any other items listed on the US Embassy, the website, or the country that you're processing. And I would always advise that you check the website for the specific things that your embassy, in this case, would require you to take. One thing that they didn't tell me about was the confirmation page that showed that you actually have an interview that day. So that is different from the DS-160 confirmation page. Oh, that's very different. This particular confirmation page is from the website. Now I have trauma because, oh boy, when I went to the embassy that day, God, they showed me Shege Damburuba. That's what they showed me, because I don't know why I'm going to be paying 6,000 naira for a printout. Like, to tomorrow I'm still going to talk about this story because it really upset me. It upset me because I had my folders, labeled and everything, but I still went there and I still spent money that I did not plan to spend, and it really annoyed me. And it was just one page. Those thieves. So make sure you have that printout that shows that you actually have an interview on that day. Make sure you have all the other documents, your passport. In fact, to be fair and to be safe, I went with everything that made me a human being. I went with my important documents. I went with my graduate degree, undergraduate degree, a social security card, my driver's license, birth certificates. I went with everything that I considered an important document. Oh boy, I went there prepared. I said, you guys are not gonna send me a book. No, laughing like this is funny, but I didn't want to be found wanting in any way, so I tried my best not to give them any reason to find me wanting. Hence the reason why I was packing every document available. Another thing is your passport. Apart from your passport, your international passport, they will require you to snap passport, right? So if you're here in the US, you could go to any CVS, Walgreens, go and tell them you need a passport. They will give it to you in like an envelope. Make sure you have them trim it for you, or you cut it yourself, because guess what? If you go to the embassy with that thing like that, you are gonna hear when, you are gonna hear when, you are gonna hear when, because they'll make you pay for it. That man that God will help me punish. But that man collected 1,500 naira to cut passports. Hey, Chineke na Hushelemaya. Oh boy, that day was not funny at all. It wasn't funny. I think that is all I can think about off the top of my head. Like I said, if you have any questions, please put them in the comments and I'll try my best to answer. But if you do these things, I think you should be good. Please try and be at the embassy on time. If you are Nigerian, or I don't know, if you're watching from any other part of the world, try and be there early. If your appointment says 11, please, if you're Nigerian, be there by 7, because the line is going to be long. You don't want to stand in line until your leg literally takes different forms. Like, you see M, you see W, you see Y. I'm speaking from experience because, oh boy, it was a lot. Without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. I'll be in the comment section waiting to answer all your questions. Please do not forget to like this video, subscribe, and share with your friends. Until I come your way next time, my name is Favour Ojika, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye. Disclaimer: I am not a migrant. Hi every guy. Who's it you're thinking about, man? Hi everyone, and welcome. Click the subscribe button. I think I have to do this again, sorry.